All right, another great question. This is actually Peter Pantau. Peter, thank you very much for the question. I'd like to ask whether the stop T rule is also applied to the K, the D, the P, the G when they are at the end of a word and the next sound is a consonant. Yeah, so you gave me some good examples. And the simple answer is yes, but not always. And I'll show you. So in this case, you have road closure. And if we stop the D, it's road closure, road closure, road closure. Yes, this is absolutely a stop D sound. So again, you have to go to the D. You have to use some vibration, road closure. But then you stop and go right to the K for closure. Read book. We wouldn't say that, but let's change it. Read book one. Okay, now it works. Or read book one. Same thing. Read book one, read book one. Again, it is a stop D. But usually students don't have a big problem hearing the stop D because there's so much vibration. Stop T's are really difficult because there's no vibration. But stop D's are typical. And yes, here too, read book one. I read book one. It's going to be a stop D. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Yes, again, it's a stop D. But again, there's lots of vibration going into the D. Here, however, it's different. So I'm glad you gave me lots of examples. We have a different rule here. The D and the T are similar sounds. Okay, they're similar sounds. And what happens is we put them together. So perfect pronunciation, changed to. But that changed, it's kind of like a stop D, but we don't call it that. I call it a blending. It blends into the T, and we hear a lot more T. So we don't really hear a stop. It's a continuous sound, and it sounds like change to, change to, change to, change to. It was changed to yesterday. The meeting was changed to yesterday. So in this case, I don't like saying it's a stop D. It blends into the T. We got that D there, but we hear almost only T, okay? So these are good examples. Stop G, bag this. So if we have like bag this, bag this, bag this, again, it's going to be a stop G. However, once again, when we talk about these vibrated consonants, there's going to be a lot of vibration. So we got a lot of vibration going into the G and going into the T, and we can sense that. But we don't say bag this. We don't say that. We say bag this, bag this. Vibration, stop this. Go right to the TH. And then how do you pronounce this word? This is a good question too. So I'll give you a couple examples. Stop alone. So for example, I stopped. This is a T sound. In this case, it's a T sound, and we can finish it. I stopped, or we could stop it. I stopped. Okay? Now, in my mouth, I'm stopping a T. For listening, this is really tough. That's why I said stop D sounds are pretty okay to listen to, but stop T sounds are really tough. They're really tough, especially if a P is a stop sound and the T is a stop sound. So I'm stopping with my lips, the P, and inside my mouth, I'm hitting the T. I stop. So I'm doing both of these stop sounds at the same time. That makes it tough. I stopped to talk. In this situation, again, we got the D and the T, so I don't like to say it's a stop sound. It's like this. I prefer that you put those sounds together and focus on the second one. I stopped to talk. I stopped to talk. I stopped to talk. Okay? However, I stopped inside. This is where it gets interesting. So this word alone is stopped with a T sound, but when we link, now the rule for linking is if this word begins with a vowel, we're going to link. And when we link, this D, which this alone is a T sound, but when we link, it changes back to a D. So this, we don't say, I stopped inside. We don't say that in America. We say, I stopped in, din. It's a D. It's a D sound. I stopped inside. I stopped inside. I stopped inside. Okay? So you had some really good questions, and I hope that I helped you with those questions, and maybe some other people too. Thanks a lot, Peter.